It's another day, another episode. Welcome to Human After All. My name is Fundiswa, and here with me, Dixon, the husband. Yes, welcome to another episode of Human After All. Thank you so much for your continued support. So today we're doing things a bit different. We are reading our very first, it's not a comment, but like
letter.
It's not an email. So to say, okay, this was a DM, okay, from someone with a scenario. So yeah, we are going to try and dissect it. Okay, so I'm not going to read it word for word because I've already gone through it. Yeah. So same, so sweet. This person did not even hide the identity, but I'm not going to add the person like that. So I'll just say for anonymous. Okay, so this person, it's a lady writing from us, writing to us. She is in the same age group as my husband and I. She's been married for just over 10 years, and her and the husband are struggling with fertility. They have not been able to have kids, and we've been trying different fertility treatments. And as you can imagine, it's very hard, right? So sometime last month, they had a huge argument, and the husband, and during the heat of things, the husband expressed how she was the reason why they were unable to have kids, right? And feeling attacked, she, sorry, feeling attacked, she kind of, responded with this truth that if anyone, and this I quote, if anyone is the reason for us not having kids, is definitely you. Because as for me, when I was a teenager, I gave birth and gave my child up for adoption.
Ooh. And the husband has no idea.
So she says, as soon as those words came out of her mouth, she realized, ooh, girl,
I just
messed up. So she continues to say that this is something that she has not told anyone. This is something that only her and her immediate family knows about. The fact that she had a child and she gave it up for adoption. So nobody else knows, not even her husband. Wow. She mentions that she did try to tell the husband earlier on, and she was just not able to, because of how bad she feels about the whole situation. So yes. So now the question is, how do they now go back to?
How do they move on?
How do they move on? Because the thing is now the truth is out. All right. Her feelings are hurt, and in her response, she told the truth. And so now the husband feels betrayed. The husband feels like he does not know the person that he is married to, and yeah, she needs us to kind of look into this. I'm so sorry, I'm not laughing.
No, right. This is a serious issue. Are you going to respond first? Like, how are you? Let me respond first, because let's say you had said that to me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's tough.
It's very difficult, because I think this is the thing that we keep saying, that people need to talk before they get married. The person needs to accept you for your past, for who you are.
Yes.
And so you can't hide things.
And the mistakes that you've
and
made.
the mistake that you made.
Yeah.
Because if this was handled earlier, if this was said earlier on, it wouldn't have meant much.
Yeah.
But in this situation, as a man, I'm going to be very hurt. But at the same time, I'm going to think she's trying to tell me I'm the reason why we don't have children.
Yeah, because that's what you said. Does it make sense? Do you see
Yeah.
how the truth came out? The truth came out because the husband insinuated, not even insinuated, said it outright. Because you are the reason why we cannot have kids.
The comeback.
The comeback
Was a bullet
is
twice.
exactly.
Pa, pa.
Ukuthi, Puti, if anything, I've got proof
That I can.
that I can.
And I have.
And I have.
But when
As for you,
guys,
we are not taking.
but I think
we're
this
not
is,
taking this
but I think
lightly.
it's mendable.
I do think that it's mendable because I think they were both in the wrong in that during that time. All right, I think they were both wrong, but I think they can work it out.
But how do we start? Because the question that I'm going to ask myself as a man, or as a human being, let's say human, because I think even a woman will do the same thing.
Yeah.
Is to ask, what else are you hiding?
Okay.
I think that is going to be the biggest thing. So if you can really hide that for that long, what else are you capable of hiding?
Yeah.
I think that the issue of trust is what is going to be the issue. Is going to be the issue going forward.
Going forward, yeah.
That am I able to trust you going forward? That there's something that you are not hiding from me, or is this the only thing?
Okay.
So I think the issue of trust is what becomes, how do we move on from here? How do we trust that we are telling each other the right thing?
The truth.
The truth moving forward. But the situation of, I think knowing that you've been able to give birth before brings a little bit of hope. You know what I mean? That, okay, it's possible. Especially if the man really felt that she's the reason. However, the issue of the trust becomes a thing.
A thing. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think that they need this. I think this will be very difficult to be resolved just between the two of them.
No, it will. It will. But I think even though he's the instigator, in terms of he's the one that said hateful things first during a fight, I think it is you, Anonymous, as the woman this time around that needs to go and make amends. Why? Because he was responding to the situation that you guys are going through, and you replied with the truth that you've kept for a very long time. Yes. Doesn't make sense. So now, in order to regain trust and, I don't know, find a way forward, you need to go to your partner and say, okay, listen, I'm sorry for what I've said or how I said it, right? And you need to sit down with him like, okay, fine, the truth is, and you tell the whole story. You need to tell the whole story, what happened, who was it, how old, why, because we don't know the reason why, she gave the child up for adoption. So you need to go and just pour everything out. Even the things that you think they are very insignificant, everything needs to come out there and there. And then you ask him, is there anything that you would like to ask me? And then whatever question that he asks, you answer. Yes, you answer. And also now you give him the opportunity, if let's say there's anything that he's been hiding from you, he can tell you can.
Or if he's also hiding something.
No, I'm saying like you give him an opportunity to ask questions, because I'm sure he has got a lot of questions. So he asked, and I know it sounds very easy, but this is a conversation that can take days. Does it make sense? It can get very emotional, and then you guys would have to like take a break and reconvene again the following day, because it can be very draining. It can be very emotional. So you need to go and pour out your heart and just speak the truth. Allow him to ask you difficult questions. Allow him to ask you difficult questions and answer those questions. And if it means that you need to involve some of your elders from your family that know exactly what happened, they need to come and sort of, because as much as you are guilty of not saying this, they are also guilty for not saying it. Doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, and give him the space to grieve.
What is he grieving?
that Ravi, because he's thinking, what did anything go wrong in that bed? You know, like people, you end up with a lot of scenarios, right? So allow him the space to be heard and express his head, and yeah, hopefully not in a mean way. But then after that, I think you need to suggest that you guys go to therapy or counseling.
Do you think? I mean, from this,
Yeah.
from the, from what we are discussing from the anonymous,
Mm-hmm.
do you think actually in a relationship before like people get into relationship, do you think that there are certain things that people have to go to grave with, or people have to share everything?
Oh, please, depending on the person's character. It literally depends on the person's character. There are people that are in very loving relationships, and but there are things that will take to the grave.
Hmm. I wonder what you're taking to the grave.
You know, you listen.
What are you taking to the
No,
grave?
listen. What I'm saying, listen. I think I'm too weak to carry something for that long.
Mm.
Does it make sense? Like I can't be sleeping and then something wakes me up at night because those things haunt people.
Mm.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
So they are. It depends on the character, and some characters are like those things like literally
they're
don't mean
okay.
nothing. Yeah, they're just okay. And sometimes they don't tell you not because they're hiding it, but it's for them it's not important.
Mm.
And then they tell you one day, you're like,
And to them,
what a
they're
big
like,
thing. And like
this.
to them, it's like it's nothing,
Oh.
you know. So yeah, anonymous. To be honest, you were in the wrong.
And then you think the, well, after bringing, let's say, family elders or whatever, or
Hmm.
whoever it is to come and try and talk and explain and all those things,
Yes.
how do they move on from that? Like, how do you build trust again?
So, and this is my belief, right? I stand corrected. I feel like when trust is broken based on a past traumatic event,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier to build.
Oh,
Does it make sense?
I hear
Because
you.
when if the when the husband gets over the shock in the head and literally just puts himself in the wife's shoes when she was a teenager and when everything was happening, he'll be able to sympathize and say, you know what, as let's say a 14, 15-year old going through this, I understand based on someone cheating on you.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. That is something that you hide, not because the intention is to hate the partner, because there's feeling of shame, feeling of guilt. Like there's a lot of things that
Mm.
force you, or maybe not even force you, but there are a lot of things that play a factor in you hiding this truth from your spouse.
I hear you.
Doesn't make sense. And also because you're a child.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's something different.
Rather than if you have betrayed my trust whilst we're in the
While
marriage,
you're in the marriage, or maybe you did fall pregnant and then you went and had an abortion,
whilst we're
knowing
together
that we are trying to have a
in the
child.
present.
Yes, this was when you were young. Doesn't
Okay.
make sense. And also how it came out. It's not like you were innocent in this thing. She didn't just come out and shout. No, you insinuated that she's the one that is making you guys struggle having kids.
Mm.
You were playing the blame game. You were pointing fingers at your wife, saying that it's still happen, Jay. It's because of you,
Mm.
barren woman,
First.
fuzz.
Mm.
You do not get pregnant, and then the fuzz tells good booty,
Mm.
you're shooting blanks.
This
Yeah,
life is too
it's
complicated.
it's yeah.
But I think it's a very, I mean, interesting thing to,
Interesting.
yeah, it's, I don't know, like, I think sometimes we have, um, I think we have, obviously, we have suggestions of what we think
Yes.
could help. But I think when the person, when you're in the situation,
Mm.
I think that the feeling is different when you're in the situation. I can imagine if I was the guy that I just get this news.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take time.
No, it definitely is going to take time, but also you might find, Oti, this lady has been holding on to this guilt. Her body is scared of falling pregnant and not being able to
Mm.
keep the child
That
again.
could have been the reason why they're
Could
not
have
even having
been
a
because
child.
there are things that medically cannot be explained, right?
Mm.
But remember, they always say, right, the body remembers.
Mm.
Mind can forget, but the body remembers. And so you might find that this is actually a pathway for them to actually start.
It's a healing.
It's a healing process for them to
Oh,
start
man.
having kids. Doesn't make sense.
And now you've got brains, eh?
So
Wow.
so if literally, if truly anonymous, you and your husband can find a way forward, because now you'll be forced to heal. You'll be
She's
forced.
relieved
Yes, you'll be
herself.
forced to release yourself. Yes, to release yourself from um this traumatic experience, the guilt, the shame, hiding things, living with a person that you love and not being able to tell this person about this one thing that changed your life forever. And so when you start going for counseling and you go through a healing journey, not only you but you and your husband as well, you might find that okay, you let go of a lot of negativity,
And that can
easily
allow
So
the
yeah.
husband to say Zombi.
Wow. So
Wow.
yeah.
No, that's actually, I actually like that.
Mm.
Because I think a lot of the time we think about this, conceiving thing as action equals to results.
Mm.
Whereas there are so many factors.
There's so many
You can be doing
factors.
a lot of action and nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening.
And
And
then
cannot be explained.
it cannot be explained. Doctors will go for checkup, they won't find
Everything
anything
is
wrong,
fine.
everything
Yeah.
is fine. But even stress
Even stress. Yeah.
causes these things.
Yeah.
And so many things. So maybe as you've been able to, out of anger, said this thing, maybe this is opportunity for the healing to take place. So maybe it's actually a blessing in disguise because you've actually been able to say,
Yeah.
But it also brings us to the to this thing where we talk about what it means when people are fighting.
Yo, they say.
Yeah. It's always an issue. Like I like to switch off. I'd rather be moody than to talk.
When in
the moment.
In the moment when I have offended you.
Yes.
Yes.
I just switch off.
Yes.
Because I find it very difficult to say something because I know I can't take it back. So I just switch off. Can be a couple of days and then 5 or days. That's a lie.
Yeah.
Have you gone off for 5 days? How did I survive 5 days?
You were so peaceful in the house.
You were excited I was not talking to you. Anyways, but for me, I think also like the way we react, even when somebody says something bad to us, is very important.
Yeah.
Because people react so badly. Like you just respond immediately and give back. Whereas you don't have to give back.
You don't.
You can just breathe and then talk. Like what you said was hurtful. What you said was hurtful. Having a child, us not having a child is not only you're not the only one that bothers, but both of us.
Okay, so you're not the only one that is being affected by
Yes.
it. Yes.
But it's both of us. And so when you say that I'm the reason why that you're not having a child, you hate him.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that, if you give it the time, you'll be able to respond better.
Yeah. But has she responded like that? The truth wouldn't have come out. I think sometimes there are situations that just need
fire for fire.
Yes. There are situations 100%. I'm against people that fight guns blazing all the time. It's not constructive.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It really isn't. Even the silent treatment, it is not constructive. And he stopped because he realized that I enjoy it. So I don't get it anymore. It
No
sucks.
silence treatment. We deal with it there.
Which sucks, right? But I don't think that guns blazing all the time, hey, you're taking cover, all the time there's a fight is necessary, because then when there's a need for that, then there's no sense of agency, or there's no, I don't know, there's no impact.
Yeah.
But I think once in a while, when somebody's, especially because also you can't, there are hateful things that sit differently. You can say something to me right now, like blah, 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 and I can tell you, love, don't say that. That's very hateful, right? But there are some things that you'll say, and it triggers something in me.
You can't even control.
And you can't control, and then you say it, right? Blocks like that sometimes are necessary for a relationship. Not shouting. Well, I don't even think that we shout. Well, you like shouting. I don't shout.
You hate shouting.
I hate. You shout at me, I walk away. I'm not a child.
How much sometimes you behave like what?
Well, that's true. But you cannot shout at me. I don't shout. He likes shouting, so. But
because sometimes you don't listen.
You see how he's just sitting like I'm his child. Anyway, but yeah, so there are moments, I think, that are necessary in a relationship. Such fights sometimes, and it's not like guns blazing does not always mean like there's commotion, there's throwing of glasses. No, you say something now and I respond, right? Like without thinking, I respond, and it lands the way I wanted to land, so that you feel with what you said. This is how it made me feel. Doesn't make sense.
Sure.
It's not always good, yes, but I think sometimes it's necessary. Like in this instance, I think that had she taken a pause to think, she wouldn't have come out with the truth.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't have.
She wouldn't have. It doesn't make sense. And by the sound of things, it doesn't sound like they're a couple that always quarrel. I think they are just under a lot of pressure and stress about what they're going through as a couple, and so things just got out of hand. And yeah,
sure, this thing of children.
Yeah,
it's hectic.
It is hectic.
And I think sometimes when you have the children, you actually don't realize what other people
go through,
and the situations that people go through to be where you are.
Yeah.
And actually, the fact that you don't have children makes it difficult not to have children, because you are always stressed about having children.
Yes.
So it's not helping.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Right? So Anonymous, I think, yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
I think you just have to sort of find ways of, as my wife has said, you need to apologize. You need to, also find ways of explaining why you hid it from the person, and be truthful.
Be truthful, because also, and I don't want you to think that I'm saying apologize because you, I don't know, like you caused the fight or whatever. No. You're apologizing because you have kept something very important from your partner. And so now that supersedes the fight and the things that were said in the fight, even though he triggered it, right? But your secret supersedes all of that. And so now you need to allow him and give him the space to hear the truth, to ask whatever question, no matter how mean, and you need to answer.
This is
everything.
This is a very difficult situation for a woman to find themselves in, because women do not like to be wrong.
Yeah, wow. We don't like to apologize, not to be wrong.
So
as for the wrongdoing, we understand which we are wrong, but
you don't want to apologize.
That's
why?
The problem.
If you know you are wrong, why are you not apologizing?
It means that I'm
you're conceding.
Yes.
That you are wrong.
Well,
but you know you are wrong.
I know I'm wrong. We both know that I'm wrong. So can you just move on?
No. You have to admit that you are wrong. Apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are fights that you don't have to apologize. It's one of those things. But there are things that are very important, and it means a lot to your spouse to hear you say, "I'm sorry." They're very far and few in between, but they are, and this is one of them, my friend. So it needs to be a conversation, and I think also not only for you and your spouse, you also need to go back home and have conversations with your mother, your father, and whoever was around when that took place, because I'm sure you also have unanswered questions at that age. Probably you're young. Who said you must give the child up for adoption? Why? All of those things.
And when you give a child up for adoption, are you able to find out where the child is?
So
Are
it
you able
depends
to allow?
It depends on the type of adoption.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it depends on the type of adoption. So yeah, for me, I truly believe this was a blessing in disguise. It's going to be a very tough. If you don't handle it well, it can end your marriage.
Yeah.
That is why I'm saying you need to humble yourself all the way to the floor and just allow healing to take place. And for healing to take place, you need to be as transparent as I don't know, Victoria Falls.
Wow. I've never heard this.
I also never heard it. I just came
made
up
it
with
up.
it. Yes, transparent as a clean window.
Mm.
Yeah. So yes, and it's going to take a lot from you, because there are things that you've never thought a person would ask you, that your husband might ask you, and you need to think of an answer, and you need to answer, and don't hide behind the tears, because as much as it is important for your husband to hear those answers, it is important for you also to think of those answers to allow healing to take place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
It was a very good one, hey.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you're going through it. I'm really, really sorry. I know fertility issues can be very strenuous on a marriage. It really can be very strenuous. And I think, when you get married, there's no guarantee that you'll have kids. And that's one thing that we always used to speak about, that, when you get married, it's like there's this assurance and this guarantee that you'll have kids.
Yeah.
But there isn't really. There really isn't. And so I think the mindset changes when you know what it is no guarantee.
Yeah.
You stop stressing about things that you have no control over, because truly it's God who gives children to Nigeria. We are just vessels.
100%.
You understand? So yeah. So I think healing needs to take place, and I think when you guys understand that none of you guys have got control over what is happening to you guys right now, and you put it in the hands of who is in control, then it will make things much easier, because you're not gonna be blaming each other. Instead, you're just going to submit to what the will of God is, and you move on with your life.
Preach, man, from this.
Hallelujah.
Preach. Wow. No, this was a good one.
Yeah. Keep them coming, guys.
Yeah.
This is nice. I didn't have to think of anything. But yes, we'll be praying for you, Anonymous, you and your husband and the family.
You must check on the YouTube and Spotify, and as well as TikTok. The emails will be there.
Yeah.
Send us what you're going through. Let's have a conversation.
Yes. I know some of these things are not for the comment section. Yeah. So send them through, and we'll protect your identity.
We'll just chat.
We'll just chat, yeah.
And discuss what we think. Maybe some ideas of what we think you can steps you can take, as we've just done now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then for the rest of you guys, my human people, I think, especially if you've gone through something similar, please just comment below and just give advice to Anonymous, because there is something powerful when someone that has gone through something says something.
Yeah.
Because you're speaking from experience. Right now, we're not speaking from experience, but but if you have gone through something similar, please comment on this one and let Anonymous feel supported.
100%.
Alrighty. Till next time on Human After All. Bye.